myself showing this technique because it's very powerful. I went ahead and I'm going to show it here. So, because it leads up into the next technique that we're going to be going over. So, might as well show it to you. So, we've already gone over, and I've already taught earlier in this series, the Soto Makikomi defense to a straight punch. For review, when that punch comes, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to block and grab like we normally do. Okay. And then we're going to step in and bring this arm right over. Now I can strike to the head, do an elbow strike if I want, as I'm bringing this arm over. But the key to it is I'm wrapping the arm this way. Okay. If I wrap the arm snaking my hand under like this, this creates a lot of pressure on that arm. Okay. Now, then with Soto Makikomi, all you have to do then is continue to twist the hips and just throw from there. All you have to do there is twist the hips and continue to throw from there. Okay. In actual practice, what you'll be doing is you'll be continuing to twist, and literally you'll just throw yourself to throw your opponent. Okay. So that's the technique there. So we know that one. Okay. The one that I'm going to be teaching you today is the Reverse Soto Makikomi. And I just went ahead and called it that because when that punch comes, I'm blocking with my right hand. Okay. Now when I block with the right hand, I'm going to go ahead and do this left hand side so that you can see what's going on. When I'm blocking with this hand, okay, note what this sets me up for. Okay, the front of his body is right here. He cannot strike me this way. Okay, because all he has to do as soon as I see that, all I have to do is pull here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and begin the pull. And what that does is, you remember what I was teaching you about the thumb, where the thumb goes, the exact opposite is where you're going to put pressure against the elbow joint. So when that punch comes, boom. Okay? Now I'm going to make sure that that thumb's pointed this way. Okay. Now I can go in as I would for a Soto Makikomi. And when I bring my twisting against it, I'm going to break that elbow. Okay. But not just that. I also have that whole advantage positional that we've been talking about. Because I'm already in an advantage here. So if I want to go ahead, I can go ahead and throw and break this way. Just by stepping back and spinning, I can drive my opponent down to the ground. Or, when that punch comes, boom! See the difference? What I'm doing there is I'm blocking, grabbing that punch, blocking and grabbing, and I'm doing an open-handed strike. right onto that elbow joint. Okay? And I'm rotating my hips into it. Okay? And I'm pulling with my left. So what's going to happen is as that punch is being pulled, it's being hyperextended. And then I strike to the back of the elbow joint while I'm hyperextending. So it's okay. Now from here, I'm coming from here and I'm just rotating my hand down and I'm hitting the ribs. Okay. So when that punch comes, boom, boom. Okay. If I want to throw, I can just go ahead and go into the Soto Makikomi and break the arm as I'm throwing that way. Note when I'm saying break the arm. Let's look at a little bit of the difference in damage here. When I'm doing this, boom, it's going to be almost impossible for them to repair the joint this way. This is the type of damage that happens when they say, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. We cannot fix your arm. Okay? Their arm is now going to be fused for the rest of their life. This is the same type of damage we're talking. And that's with this one. I do the Soto Makikomi one, where I'm throwing all my body weight against it. Well, you've got a 300-pound man spinning against the elbow joint that's extended. It only takes 7 pounds of pressure to break a bone. You do that, somebody's elbow, that elbow will never be the same, ever. That's the type of break where you have compound fractures and the back of this wrist is going to be popping, touching that shoulder. That's the type of break that we're talking. Okay? Fine ender, yeah. He's screaming. Your opponent is screaming. Fight's over. Okay? But with this one, even if you're striking here, then you follow to the ribs. Okay? Now, we're familiar with the karate chop or the hammer fist. Okay? So the actual technique is when that punch comes, boom, boom. Okay? And that's with the left hand. It's right. There's a right-handed technique. The idea boom, right, and then strike. You really don't even need a second strike. It's just good to have. Okay. By the same token, when that punch is thrown, yes, you can block and grab. Yes, you can attack here. And then you can pull the arm down. And then step forward and hammer fist to the face. So, just wanted to show you that as the start to the primer to our next technique. And it's going to be about reversing the flow. So, thank you.
I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.